get into it here. And actually, I saw your finger go up there, Joe. I'll get back to it in a minute because we have the updated NFC playoff picture. Let's take a look here because the Packers, they moved to 6-2, stay atop the NFC North. They moved to third now in the NFC. The Niners, they remain last in the division, ninth in the NFC. One game now under 500, moved to 4-5. So, Irv, let's talk about the guy of the night, Aaron Rodgers. 4 touchdown passes. Just 4 days after Russell Wilson did the same thing against these 49ers.
Yeah, man, and we know going into this game, we talked about the game that DK Metcalf had against the 49ers, and Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf had, and Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams stepped right in and did the same exact thing. Joe talked about, I think you called it DDA, double Davante Adams. What was that tonight? I mean, he's throwing the ball to one guy, and you guys cannot stop it. It was incredible. But what a great job by Aaron Rodgers, 147 passer rating, and also Davante Adams showing up big, having a big day.
Davante Adams had an outstanding time. He was out there. They got him active and involved early. And Davante Adams just really did exactly what he wanted to do. They generally play a cover 3 shell. And Aaron Rodgers allowed Davante Adams to kind of just do his thing. You saw he was catching the ball underneath, also catching the ball deep, doing a lot of double moves, isolation, cover 3, safety's not over the top. But Davante Adams was not the only person that got involved. Aaron Rodgers was able to utilize everything. 10 catches, 173 yards, and he probably should have had 2 touchdowns, but you know, Davante Adams did his thing, and he enjoyed every bit of it. He played well, caught the ball very fluid and easily. And this is one of those games, I hate to say it, but this is a get-right for Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers for them to really build up more chemistry, but also show that the Green Bay Packers defense needs to really step up. It's not a really good measuring stick to play against a depleted San Francisco team, but you get the win, and that's all that counts.
Well, that's a perfect segue because I was just going to ask Joe about that. We talked about it pregame about how Mike Pettine's crew really was under some pressure to step up here, but can you really judge them when they're playing a skeleton crew, Joe?
Well, he was under pressure because if you don't do what they did tonight, it says a lot about who you are as a defense because, as we talked about all night, the Niners were so depleted at every single position on offense. It really wasn't a fair measuring stick for the Green Bay defense. But I will say, you can only play against the team that shows up. And Mike Pettine's defense did a good job with the 3 things that they really struggled at coming into this game, which was stopping the run, taking the ball away, and pressuring the quarterback. They had 17 quarterback pressures, 45% pressure rate. There's Darius Smith is getting in there, forcing Nick Mullins to be uncomfortable in the pocket. So it should be graded on a curve, yes. However, you got to say the defense, they stepped up. They did a better job at the things that they've been struggling on. And my friends in Cheesehead land, they should be feeling okay. Not great, but a little bit better than they did last week.
And the score doesn't really even indicate how much of a blowout this was because of the trash time touchdown at the end there. So this was a game where the Packers, they certainly did get right. And on the other side, we're going to talk about the other team that did not. The team that had so many injuries, the 49ers. Is it over for them at this point? Can they turn the corner? We'll discuss next.
Game, 305 yards. Those
time.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for us. It was a different game. You know, they're obviously depleted on both sides of the ball. They've had, you know, probably one of the worst injury years I've seen in a long time. So it's not the same football team that we saw twice last year. But, you know, they still have possibly the best middle linebacker in the game and a lot of pride. And we went out and executed the way we expected to.
And you guys had a crazy short week, obviously, with the news on Monday about one of your teammates testing positive. You lose 2 of your weapons in the running back room. With that said, you, coming into this game, did give their defense credit. I mean, it's good San Francisco defense. How do you think your offense fared? What'd you like?
Well, I like getting the ball at 17. I mean, he's a special player. Started with the first drive. It didn't look like, from my vantage point, he got in but I could tell after the replay it was a good catch. I mean, he's just so talented. He does so many things for us. Easy guy to throw the ball to. I was really happy for Marquez.
Yep.
He had a drop early on. He's been, kind of dealing with the, lack of targets at times. But for him to get a couple touchdowns is pretty special. And then just the efforts from, Swerve and the offensive line with John Runyon coming in and Billy going to, Billy moving from left to right and Elton moving from guard to tackle. It was just one of those games. It was a little bit strange, but it's fun to come out on top.
Yeah, you had a big smile on your face. I'm dying to know, though, we had a great shot of you. Were you giving Devontae, or are you going to give him a little hard time when he went out of bounds a little bit, didn't stay in?
I told him I missed the throw a little bit outside,
okay.
So if I would have thrown it inside, he would have had a touchdown. But I think we got one to Marquez on that drive. So.
Yeah, you did. Hey, good to see you. Travel back safe.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
A happy Aaron Rodgers, Howie.
He's as we talked about in the pregame, he's a generational talent. Davante Adams is as good as it gets, and I'm not sure he gets enough credit for the kind of receiver he is. I mean, everyone in the stadium knows where the ball's going, and he just gets open.
Yeah.
And Aaron obviously appreciates him a great deal. The disappointing thing, as we mentioned in the draft and through the trade deadline, I thought they'd get him more.
Yeah.
I think they need more down the road when they do play the teams they're going to have to play to get to the big game.
Yeah, when they get against Tampa Bay and the teams with that firepower, their only chance, because the defense is not at the upper echelon of the NFL, is they're going to have to outscore people. And that's why I was really, really, disappointed, I guess. Why wouldn't you go out there and get another receiver?